I am always on the hunt for those companies that no one is talking about. And this is a cigar line that no one has talked about on YouTube before. This one is Vita Nova. Hey everyone, I'm Dave with Beast Made Reviews, of course a channel dedicated to reviewing quality at different price points, and thank you for visiting my second channel here. Now a while back, I don't know where it was, I saw a picture of someone trying out a brand of cigars that I'd never heard of before, and what caught my attention was the name. The name of one of the cigars was after an apostle in the New Testament. So I hunted it down, and it turns out that this line of cigars is called Vita Nova, and they have 3 in their line right now. They have Apostle Peter, Apostle John, and Apostle James. And just looking at some of the artwork, like the band and then the boxes, I was just overwhelmed by how beautiful everything was. And the origin and the names and the story really resonated with me. So I really wanted to try these just to see how good they were, because I really wanted to track down a box, because the boxes are absolutely gorgeous. Now this brand came about just a couple of years ago, so it's a pretty young brand. And to have such an iconic name and just package overall, I was really impressed by everything. And all 3 of these cigars come from Agro Tobaccos in Nicaragua, and they're made by Indiana Ortez. But how are the cigars? So let's go ahead and get to the cigars, and I'll tell you what I think of all 3 of these. And if you like this type of content, feel free to subscribe down below. I think you really like it here. And if you'd like to support me, I have some links to some accessories. You can go down there, check those out. I think you really like those. And you can also check out my website for more information on some things that I really can't talk about in these videos here, so you can go to my website down below too. Now the first one that I tried was the Apostle James. And this one is a Lancero, which is a 7x38. The wrapper is Ecuadorian Habano, and the binder and filler are Jalapa. Now the appearance I think is beautiful. It's a gorgeous brown color. It's a little bumpy and veiny here and there, but I think it's still really nice. I love the band on this. I think it's just absolutely great. So classy. And on the pre-light, I get aromas of coffee and cocoa. Now when I light this up, I immediately get some coffee, cocoa, and some vanilla bean as well. Very nice start. There's also a little bit of white pepper and some hickory too. There's a beautiful smell in the air. I love the smell of these. And then after a few puffs, I get a good bit of pecan. I mean, overall, great combination right away. It's rich, bittersweet with a lot of flavor that is very pleasant. The pepper eventually fades after the first third, but then the rest of the flavors still kind of hang on for most of the cigar. Then later on, about the final third, the pepper returns in the last little bit. The burn was a little wavy here and there and a slightly snug draw, which is pretty normal for Lanceros. I'm okay with that. And the strength and body of this was pretty much a medium for me. Overall, really great start to this line. I really love this cigar. I think this is such a good one. So after trying the first one, my expectations are through the roof. So the next one I tried here was Apostle John. Now the size on this is a 6x52 Toro. This one has an Ecuadorian Habano seed Maduro wrapper with fillers and binder from Condega. The appearance I think is very great on this one too. Very nice dark brown and looks great. The pre-light aromas on this, I get some very floral honey, which I think is very nice. Now right away when I light this one up, I get some chocolate, graham cracker, and a little pecan nuttiness, and a bit of white pepper here as well. Similar to the St. James, but I think just shifted around a little bit. There's a beautiful sweetness here, but very balanced overall. Now the pepper dies down some, but just has hints of it here and there. There's some creamy coffee that comes up in the second third, which is a great addition to this. The body flavor and strength here, again, are in the medium range. The burn here is perfect. It's a great draw, great smoke output, and gorgeous smell in the air. St. John is going to be hard to beat. This was an incredible cigar that I really loved a lot. A memorable cigar, I would say, which is no surprise because John was the disciple that Jesus loved. All right, and the last one that I have here is the Apostle Peter. Now this one is a 5x54 Robusto. This one also has an Ecuadorian Habano seed Maduro wrapper, but the filler and binders are from Esteli and Condega. The appearance here, very nice, dark brown, looks great, very similar to St. John here. In the pre-light here, I get some honey, cereal, and some raisin. Now at first light, I get a lot of pecan, some chocolate, and some white pepper. It's bittersweet and reminds me of chocolate fudge in a way. It's a little bit more woody and more dry than the Apostle John, but I still love this. There's a touch of leather here, and then a bit of coffee creeps up in the second third. And the burn on the Apostle Peter was a little wavy here and there, but had a great draw, and it kind of corrected itself. Great smell in the air. Body and flavor, again, kind of in the medium range. It's a little bit more woody and more dry than the Apostle John, but still very good. All right, Personally, here's the way that I would rank these three. Third on the list here is the Apostle Peter. Apostle Peter was very good, but just not my favorite. Really great flavors overall, but still just not my favorite. Number 2 here would be Apostle James. Apostle James was, I thought, hard to beat. I thought it was going to be the top contender here. It was really good, especially for a Lancero. Sometimes they can be a little bit more pepper heavy. This one, even though it had some spice, was not. So this one is so good. Really love that one a lot. But I think really the best one here is the Apostle John. Apostle John was absolutely incredible. I could do a box of this in no time. This was so good. I think this is an incredible line. I know I'm probably falling into their core demographic here, and I probably fell prey to maybe some of the just appearances of the line itself, but I love that. I love the overall aesthetics. I think everything about this line is great. But what is even more impressive is that the cigars are incredible. I really love the flavors that they have here, the aromas, the smells, everything. I love that everything is kind of a cohesive thing. Aesthetics, aroma, flavor, scent, everything is meshed together and done so well. This one is going to be a hard thing to recommend to people because as of right now, it's just hard to find. You can't really find it on their website or online. It's hard to find at certain cigar purveyors, so I'm just not sure how you're going to be able to try it. But I will say that you've got to check this out, especially if you're out there and you like those biblical themes, those kind of spiritual elements. You may already like that idea already out of the gate. But even if you're not religious and you just want to find just a great cigar, this is one of those lines that I think is absolutely a must try. It's just going to be a little hard to find right now. But I'm really hopeful that with the newer cigars that are coming out in the future, that the stock will be replenished on these as well. And so we'll be able to find these more in certain cigar purveyors or online stores. But I can say without a doubt, you have got to check out Vita Nova cigars. They are amazing. Keep your eye out on this line because I think they're really going places. I think they have some great things up their sleeve. And if you've tried Vita Nova, let me know down in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts. Thank you again for watching. I'll see you next time. I'm Dave with Beastmade Reviews. Bye.